Hi, this is Marcy from Heathers and Hops, and we're here today bringing you first ever look at the brand new Valco Snap Ultra Trend modular stroller. And just let me say really quickly about Valco Baby, they are the best stroller company that you've probably never heard of. They're based out of Australia. They're pretty popular in Canada, obviously in Australia, and on the east coast of the United States. But if you live in the US and anywhere other than the east coast, you may not have heard of them. So I really am excited to share this with you today, and hopefully those of you who live outside of the east coast can become more familiar with this great brand. What I love about this stroller, and you can probably tell right off the bat, is that it's very modern looking. It has a matte black, all black frame, which is absolutely beautiful. No white buttons like you had on the previous model of the Snap Ultra, just very clean and modern. You also get leatherette accents on the handlebar, which do zip off, as well as on the bumper bar, which also zips off if you need to clean it. It's really a nice feature to have. The wheels on this stroller are EVA, and the rear wheels are 9.5 inches and the front wheels are 7 inches, so a really nice size. I personally don't like rear wheels that are any bigger than this because they get stuck in stores especially very easily. This is the perfect size, not too big, not too small. Another beautiful thing you're going to notice on this stroller is the fabric. This is Valco's signature tailor-made fabric. It's cloth. But even though it's cloth, it cleans up so easily. Spills literally bead up on it and you can just wipe them away. You can even just use it, if it does end up, sitting on there for too long, you can use all-purpose cleaner and take stains right up. You will not have any problem keeping this stroller clean. I'm the third owner of my Snap Duo, and when I got it, it was pretty funky, and I just used an all-purpose cleaner and paper towels, and in an hour it was sparkling looking brand new. So it's a really fantastic material. Let's talk about the size of the stroller. The wheelbase of this stroller is about 31 inches. So if you are familiar with the UPPAbaby Cruise, this stroller is pretty much the exact same size. One thing that people like about the Cruise is the seat sits up very nice and high, close to the parent. Same thing with the Snap Ultra Trend. It's a nice high seat, so you can really see your child. So we have an 11.5 inch wide seat, which is a great size. We have an 18.5 inch high seat back. And from the seat to the canopy, top of the canopy is about 24.5 inches. So it's going to be really comfortable for taller children, lots of room to grow. The seat also sits up very upright, which is something my toddler loves. She absolutely loves Valco seats. She doesn't have to lean forward at all. She's not reclined. It's very comfortable for her. She can easily hold on to the bumper bar, very comfortable in it. The seat depth is 8 inches, and the drop down to the footrest, the bottom of the footrest, is 8.25 inches. By the way, I don't know if you can see this, but the footwell in here is rubberized. So especially in bad weather, snow and slush and sand on the roads and things like that your child might be walking through and then they get in the stroller, you don't have to worry about this getting ruined because it's rubberized. That beautiful fabric isn't on here. So you don't have to worry about anything. Keeping that clean. The buckle on the harness, let's just open up the bumper bar. By the way, the bumper bar swings away and it does fully come off. Valco updated their buckles, I believe on the previous model of this. It doesn't have that awesome buckle that used to need 2 hands to open, where you had to push down and then push in on a button so your kids couldn't escape. This one's a lot easier to open, but it's nice because you can do it with one hand, which if you're holding a baby and trying to get your toddler out of the stroller, as I often do, it's really nice. You can just push it with one hand and it breaks away completely. To rethread the harness, you don't have to open up the seat back like you did on previous models. You literally just take the strap out of the holder, the cover here, and rethread it through just like you would an UPPAbaby Cruise if you're familiar with that. So it's a really beautiful seat. The footrest does adjust. So let's turn it here. You can go here, you can go here, and you can also keep going. Now, you're not supposed to keep the footrest up like this unless you're folding the stroller. You're technically supposed to keep it flat like that, but I tend to use it with little babies. I like to keep it up a little bit higher than that just to keep them in there a little bit more securely. And then it goes down like that. What sets the trend models of Valco strollers apart from other strollers and even previous Valco strollers is the canopy. So this is, you know, a beautiful canopy. It's nice and compact, goes back all the way. I love it. But you want sun coverage for your child. We all do. So we can open up one panel, and now you've got 3. And you can open up the 4th panel, and now you have a nice, huge, huge canopy to shade your child. If your child is napping, let's say we have the footrest up like that, and we recline the seat. I'll show you how that works. By the way, you've got a nice pocket back here to put any odds and ends, and zippered, which is really nice. I'm going to roll up this cover on the back that velcros to the back of the stroller, by the way. And I'm going to recline the seat all the way down. There is a toggle back here, so I can hold this up so I can show you. This mesh here, which is fantastic for breathability for your child. I like to open this up when I have my baby in here and he's sleeping, because it's really hot right now here in Connecticut this summer. So he can sleep really nicely and have all this airflow back here, which I love. The seat is newborn compatible. It's completely flat. It's easier to see that, I think, if you look from here. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is totally flat in here. And if you use something like a summer infant snuzzler, that will really create a nice, cushy, bassinet-like environment for your baby. It's very, very comfortable. Nice, nice and flat. To lift the seat back up, all you need to do is push in the buttons again and pull the strap. That's it. One thing that Valco improved upon over the previous model, actually, where I put this up for good, is that this used to be all black here, and they had the reclining strap showing, and it just wasn't a very clean look at all. But now it's completely covered in that beautiful tailor-made fabric, so everything's very uniform and very modern and clean. I really like that a lot. And like I said, this does Velcro down like this. You can keep your child covered. All right. Now, what makes this a modular stroller is that the seat does reverse. So I'm going to lift up on these 2 triggers here, spin the seat around, and pop it right back into place. Very, very easy. This is really great for younger children, especially babies. You can basically make a little bassinet for your baby. They're totally enclosed in here. They're totally protected. You don't have to worry about anybody trying to touch your baby or, you know, try to look at your baby if they're sleeping. They're really, really cocooned in here safely, which is great. You do have a peekaboo window. It's magnetic and it's mesh, so it's going to allow for a lot of airflow. And then if you lift this up in the back, you get even more airflow. So it's a really nice, comfortable seat for babies. Before we get down into the basket, I do want to show you an accessory that comes with the stroller. This is called the Luxe Foot Muff. It's 2 pieces. It's a bar that you would replace with the bumper bar, I'll show you in a minute, and the foot muff itself. So this is actually going to create essentially a bassinet without having an extra piece of furniture lying around your house or getting lost or getting sitting in the garage and getting dirty and what have you. So let me show you how this works. We're going to remove the bumper bar. We're going to put this bar in. And we're going to slide the foot muff onto the bar and the footrest. There are snaps on the sides of the frame by the canopy on both sides that will secure the foot muff onto the stroller. Okay, so you've got a newborn. You don't want people touching your newborn. You have a few options with this foot muff. You can put the canopy all the way down and your kid is, I mean, totally covered. But let's say it's really hot out and you don't want to have your baby totally cocooned like that. You have another option. Included with the foot muff and attached to the foot muff actually is this bug net. I've never seen anything like this, and I think it's so genius on Valco's part. So this will attach to the canopy. And then there's hooks on the side that also attach to the canopy, down here like this. Oops. So I don't know if you can see this, but hopefully you can. This mesh goes all the way here and here. So your baby, if this is open in the back as well and your peekaboo window, so just think about that. Think about all the ventilation back here, think of all this ventilation and up here, and nobody can touch your baby. This is a fantastic accessory that is included with the stroller. By the way, this stroller is $529.99 retail. The foot muff alone, this piece would cost easily $150. So to get that included in this price point for a modular stroller is pretty much unheard of. It's an amazing, amazing value. So I love, love this. You can also zip this up too if you wanted to. And this, there's actually snaps here that snap inside the frame, so if I took off the bug net I could snap those in, but it does snap as well. The other thing is that this foot muff easily converts to something that would be appropriate for a toddler. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift the seat back up. We might know that toddlers like to sit upright. And what I'm going to do is unhook this, open this. This bug net does zip down, and then you can just tuck it underneath the footrest in here. But I'm going to go ahead and unzip here. Watch this. Lower the footrest in here. Now this is a foot muff for a toddler. So the seat is nice and upright. The footrest is down, so the child can have his or her legs hanging down as the way that they're comfortable. And you can zip this up, snap it up in here, and you've got a really nice warm environment for your toddler or older baby. This is included with the stroller. It's a fantastic value, and it's something that I wish I had when my 6-month-old was brand new, because everybody likes to see a newborn baby and touch a baby. Okay, so now for the good stuff that everybody wants to know, the storage and the fold. I'm very spoiled by my previous stroller that I will not mention what it was called, but it had probably the easiest fold ever. It had a huge, huge accessible basket, and nothing has ever, to me, come close to that until now. So let me show you this basket. Now, when the seat is parent-facing, we all know with modular strollers, it's much more difficult to get a bag into the basket. What's great about the Valco is I can just go like that. Here's my huge diaper bag. This is a knockoff Jujube that I got on Amazon. It is bigger than the BFF. It might be a little smaller than the Be Ready, but it's definitely bigger than the BFF. It's a huge bag, all right? I have 2 kids in diapers, 2 under 2, so I need to take a lot of stuff with me. I like to put it in sideways. Turn it on like this. And then I can have these pockets open and access them very easily and get all my stuff right there. And it's really in there securely, which I love. And the best part is, put this back down. You can still see that I can get into it even when the footrest is like this, which is how it will be for a baby. They're not going to have it hanging down all the way, but I can still get into here. And even with that huge diaper bag, I still have about, I would say here, at least 6 or 7 inches more room. So I can put jackets in here and an umbrella and maybe a cooler or something like that. So it's a really great basket. It is best accessed from the back. You can get there from the sides too. This is not elasticized, and I wish that it was, but it does have some give to it, so you can get in there pretty well. And then the front, there's this mesh panel here, which is not removable, but you can actually pull this down pretty well and get stuff that you need to get. So it is nice because things won't fall out easily at all. I don't think they could possibly fall out, but you can see everything and you can get in there. very easily, so I think it's a very accessible basket. And obviously if you have the seat on the other way, then it's even more accessible. I mean, look at that. You got a ton of room here to get to what you need to get to. So it's fantastic. But perhaps my favorite feature of Valco strollers has always been and always will be the brake. I love their brake. I don't know why all stroller companies don't have this brake, but Valco's brake is not, it's flip-flop friendly. Say that 5 times fast. So you can do it, you know, you don't have to lift up with your toe or anything. But instead of toggling front to back, this toggles side to side. So if I've got my baby in one hand and I'm wrangling my toddler in the other hand, I can kind of like just go in here and go like that and move my stroller, which I've done with my double Valco. It's so easy to do. But the best part is, when you have a stroller brake that toggles forward and backward, oftentimes your foot, depending on how much cargo you have in the basket, has to move the cargo in order to lock the stroller or unlock it. It gets stuck. That happened to me a lot with my previous stroller. So with this one, you don't have to worry about it at all. There's tons of clearance here for your foot. Even if this cargo net wasn't holding everything in and things were kind of spilling out a little bit, it wouldn't affect the brake whatsoever. So it's a really, really fantastic brake. I can't say enough good things about it. So easy to do. I mean, you can do it with one finger. Literally one finger. On to the best part of this stroller, the fold. The previous model, Snap Ultra, left a lot to be desired with the fold. I know that it turned a lot of people off and to that particular model, and it was definitely a sticking point. I'm very happy to say that Valco has improved the fold with the new Trend version, and I personally think that it's the greatest fold that exists on a modular stroller. So it's a one-handed fold. There is a button here underneath, and then there's another button here. So I'm going to clasp the bar here, press the bottom button with my thumb, and then press this one in. I'm going to fold it over. The seat is going to collapse towards me, like that. And then it folds and automatically locks and stands. The last step that you have to do is, in order to lock the seat in place, is just kind of give it a little whack, like that. And then the seat's locked in place. That's it. This stroller can fold with the seat facing the parent and the world, both ways. Seat can be facing either direction. So what you need to do is put the canopy all the way back. It's a one-handed fold. There's a button here underneath and a button here. You're going to clasp it with your hands. I'll put the brake on first, that's important. Press the button underneath here, clasp here, push forward, it's going to collapse down, and it automatically locks and stands. If you take the belly bar off, the footrest will go up even higher to make it a more compact fold. The stroller is 19 pounds. It's very easy. I don't need to bend down on the ground at all to fold the stroller. To open it, I don't need to bend down either. I just squeeze this, open here, flick it open, like so. And when it's parent facing, it takes a little bit of elbow grease to get the seat to come up. There's a lock over here. I just need to pull it, and the seat will come back up. Easy as pie. The handlebar is adjustable. You can go down to here, which is about 39 inches. Here's 42, and here's 43 and a half. I'm 5'4" and a half, and I like the 42 height. I think that's really nice. Definitely check out our page Heathers and Hops on Facebook and Instagram, and check out Valco Baby VIP USA on Facebook. Thanks for joining us today, and if you have any questions, let me know. Bye guys.